What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, your grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. My kingdom has been poorly kept. That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed! Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip!
One boat's all I need.
Ha!
Give me a time.
The wagon! Use the wagon now!
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttress is doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attended to...
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meve asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
Replied the cartman.
'twere a beast. Out to the east, down Wetterton way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out a grave. We's taken him to the good sisters of Melitele here on bridge. Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
Replied the queen. Though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, Your Grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meve replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your Grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic formulae.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The queen said, calmly but firmly.
And please, Caldwell, do stiffen your spine a bit. Now onward.
Off to Wetterton, are ye? Bonny tune that. Just the folk are beyond shite. Off to Wetterton, are ye? Bonny tune that. Off to Wetterton, are ye? Bonny tune that. Just the folk are beyond shite.
As they neared Wetterton, the queen ordered her company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts foaming at the mouth.
Your Majesty, the townsfolk have gone right mad. Herded all the elves and dwarves at Market Square. 'Tis a slaughter.
The queen knew well that if she failed to intervene, the town's streets would flow with non-human blood. Just as she knew her meager force might not subdue an enraged crowd.
What is your command, Your Grace?
Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the queen, then spurred her mount and rode off towards the town. Her troops followed, running as fast as their legs would carry them. When they passed inside the town gate, they saw corpses lining the gutters. Meve realized she had arrived too late to prevent a tragedy. The crowd was drunk on blood. Its rage would need to be quelled with an iron fist.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones! Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
We must trust each. Strike the largest clusters. Disperse the mob.
Off to Witterton, are ye? Bonny tune that. Just the folk can be on shite.
Kneel and pay homage to the gods. Kneel and pay homage to the gods. Melita, there is ever time for prayer, even as war rages all around. Pleased to see ye yearn for the holy word, milady. I'll keep ye in my prayers to the Mother Goddess. There is ever time for prayer, even as war kneel and
Travelling the high road, they heard the bells of a temple to Mother Melitele, situated at some distance. Meve turned towards Reynard.
What have we today? A sacred feast?
Not that I recall, Your Grace.
The Queen's brow darkened, her hands clenched into fists on her reins.
Then they sound the alarm. Follow me!
Stained glass shards glinted in the grass. Bits of down, ripped from quilts, wafted through the air. The priestesses, gathered in the yard, were seeing to wounded pilgrims, setting toppled, oft beheaded or armless statues back on their feet.
What happened here?
The strays of Spala fell upon us.
Sighed the prioress.
Stole the offerings, the monstrances, holy books. My lady, I implore you, come to our aid, recover what's rightly ours.
Ever clever, Meve's scouts soon discovered the bandits' tracks. They led to some thick hazel groves east of the temple, the perfect place to hide or to lie in ambush.
It's all come clear now. Sabotage. 'Twas the bandits who weakened the walls.
The good mother warned us. Hard times lie ahead. The good mother warned us. The good mother warned...
Disturbed. Something digs up their graves. The dead, as they rest, are disturbed.
something digs up their graves, opens their tombs.
Our ballista, your command. This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads. Armor won't serve.
Keep calm, Tiberius.
Left, right, left, right.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Tell me you jest.
One gold.
Ours is not to reason why.
Give me a time.
Again and again and again.
Arbalist to your command. There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
The good mother warned us.
Wheel ruts. The strays, no doubt. They must be nearby.
To ravage statues of the good mother, how dare they? To ravage statues of the good mother, how dare they? To ravage statues of the good mother, how dare they?
The bandits had pitched camp in a nearby wood. Spirits buoyed by the wine they'd stolen from the cloister cellar, the brigands had not posted sentries.
Another round! To the sisters!
Meve's soldiers were eager, insistent. The desecrators would be punished. Yet only the Queen could order the assault.
High time we put these strays on a leash.
Spat the Queen, spurring her horse.
To arms! Follow me!
Tankards clattered to the ground as the strays reached for their weapons. The brigands would not even fathom giving up without a fight.
Surround them!
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
What you looking at?
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
Again and again and again.
You might have got away had you not been hauling so damn... Regroup!
What? Who dares?
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
The mist's gonna pass me those lovely earrings, or do I tear them off myself?
Aye. Give me a time.
Stick 'em up, high as the clouds, now!
Shh, cork it. Get our asses moving.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes. Thing about slings, they hide well.
should have listened to me old lady.
The Queen's company defeated the bandits and recovered the loot. Silver chalices, reliquaries lined with mother-of-pearl, gold-embroidered robes.
The priestesses would be grateful to have their treasures returned, Your Grace. They would pray ardently for your victory.
Reynard opined.
Yet, you could also keep the silver, expend it on the war effort. And who's to say which, prayer or coin, would be more useful?
Hard times the realm now endures.
The Queen said, after a pause.
Yet this can't justify a lapse in principles. No. We must defend them all the more.
Meve ordered everything returned to the priestesses. All of it, down to the last gulden. Moved by the Queen's gesture, some of the novitiates joined Meve's ranks, aiming to bring succor to any Lyrian wounded in battle. Queen and company rode off with no gold to show for their toil, but most certainly richer in spirit.
Sure you can bind a rabid dog, tie his four legs together, but you'll not stop him from lashing out and biting. Aroo! You've bested us, aye, but you'll not find the Duke of Dogs near as easy prey. Oh no! Aroo! You've bested us, aye.
Thank you, Your Majesty, on our own behalf and on that of our pilgrims. Thank you, Your Majesty, on our own behalf and on that of our pilgrims.
Melitele will not forget your sacrifice. Noble her faithful servant. Melitele will...
The dead, as they rest, are disturbed. Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs.
panic anymore.
Beware, some bandits on thy road round Dawn. Those that call themselves the Strays. Those bandits, dressed as demons they was, horns on their heads and pig snouts instead of noses. Beware, some bandits on thy road round.
Off to the nuptials, ma'am. Walk across this bridge here. Then ride on straight as piss. An arrow. I'm bringing honey for the groom and his lovely bride. May the... Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. I'm bringing honey for the groom.
Smells of smoke. Bites at me eyes. Strays have set something else ablaze, I wager. Air smells of smoke. Bites at me eyes. Strays have set something else ablaze, I wager.
You spy that column of smoke? Gods damn it! Make haste!
As the Clayton estate appeared from behind a tree line, the Queen and all in her retinue knew at once they had arrived too late. A veritable swarm of bandits milled about the yard.
Who have we here? I'll take a gander, lads. The Queen herself has deigned to come and see us.
See you, then kill you.
The Strays of Sparla? 'Tis you who lead them. 'Tis you they call the Duke of Dogs.
Aye, 'tis I they dub so. And in other pleasant ways. Prince of Pariahs, Thane of Thieves, Baron of Brigands, and Marquess of Mendacity.
Colourful titles all, yet you omit one. Common cutthroat!
I beg your pardon and cry foul. I am anything but common.
You needn't get excited, Caldwell. Where is Lord Clayton?
Sadly, my lord's no longer with us. Turned us away, you see. Denied us hospitality. A sacred right, after all. Angered the gods mightily, I expect, as he promptly met a tragic end. Fell in the well and broke his neck.
I've heard enough. To arms! Attack!
What say we throw this queen a ball?
Ya! Ya!
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Ha! We'll catch 'em all!
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Watch your heads! Stand back! 'Tis some alchemical concoction!
Catch! Keep calm, Tiberius.
Aye. We got a job to do. Should've listened to me old lady. Shh, cork it.
Again and again and again.
Gotta get our asses moving.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
The chase is on! Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
What do you want of me?
Left, right, left, right.
Bravo, Your Grace. Well played.
I can't say the same for you, I fear. You'd have done better to die in battle. Bound for Lyria now, where the hangman will have his way with you.
Splendid! I've ever wished to see the capital.
Quite certain of yourself, you seem.
Many afore you have braided nooses for me, Your Grace. Yet as you see, my neck's straight as a pike.
My threats are never hollow. And if it's an escape you weigh, well, we've yet to see any man abscond from the dungeons of Lyria Castle.
I'd hope so. For to be known as second just wouldn't be worth the trouble.
Ugh. Take him away.
As soldiers placed the Duke of Dogs in shackles, there was a sudden commotion. A messenger rushed in, sweaty, gasping for air, smelling of smoke and blood. His gaze spoke terror.
Your Majesty, graces. Nilfgaard's crossed the Yaruga. Black-clad hordes. Villages burn. Folk lie murdered.
Nilfgaard! Gods help us!
They march for Dravagrad. Prince Willem, he can't hope to arrive in time with aid. Help us. You must.
Dravagrad. Blast it all. Listen close, soldier. You're to take a fresh mount, ride hard back to your commander and say the Queen comes to repel the foe.
Your Grace, begging your pardon, our force. We aren't many. Let's send for reinforcements first, elsewise...
Reynard, I've seen Nilfgaard's trebuchets at work. Should we delay until we're stronger, they'll leave no stone standing in Dravagrad. We must ride for the town at once.
As her men prepared to march, Meve climbed the manor's tower. Smoke rose in columns in the distance. As more black pillars appeared one after the other, she knew they meant another home, another barn, another mill was in flames. Tears welled in her eyes, yet they were tears of anger.
Bastards. If it's war they seek, it's war I shall win. Reynard, prepare to ride!
First bandits, now this. Misfortune does indeed come knocking twice.
In hobnailed boots, tramping upon my land. Nilfgaard shall regret this. I swear on all that is sacred and blessed.